I just moved here about 2 years ago.
Okay, what brought you down there?
Well, so I have no roots here. I just had kind of three criteria. I was leaving active duty Navy. I was up in Chicago at the time, from Texas originally. I wanted to go somewhere warm. I wanted to go somewhere with a good tourism industry. That's what I like to do. And somewhere that wasn't cookie cutter America. You know, I spent a lot of time in Dallas, and I love Dallas, but it's like, you know, I want to go somewhere that had a soul.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time overseas, and the grit and culture of New Orleans kind of appealed to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, did you just come out here for the fried chicken festival today?
I did, yeah.
All right. Were you here yesterday?
I was not.
Okay. Have you been to any fried chicken festivals before?
Probably. Just so many festivals they kind of run together.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right.
Maybe last year.
So, what would you say is the best thing about this festival? Is it the music? Is it the family environment? Is it the chicken?
Well, I like that it's on the water, because like I'm a fiend for like the water in this area, which is super exciting actually. Like with it growing all the way to Crescent Park in the next couple of years is awesome. And so all the stuff up here I particularly like to support. But yeah, fried chicken also did sound great today.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
yeah.
All right. First question: what do you think New Orleans will be like in 100 years?
I mean, that's a tough one. I think that you know, we can look back and see where we were 100 years ago, and we've changed a lot since then. And then the 100 years before that, we changed a lot since then. And so I would truly say that, you know, we're in charge of our destiny, and I know that the city kind of competes on a normal basis between what industries they want and how tourism affects that, you know, against history, and, you know, trying to keep that neighborhood cultural vibe. And so it's been an interesting debate since I moved here to see those two like kind of play out. But those that get the New Orleans itch, I mean, they love it here, right? And they stay here, and they, you know, not satisfied leaving somewhere else. And so I think that core desire to, you know, be in New Orleans and keep New Orleans somewhere that isn't that cookie cutter America is probably where we're going to be in 100 years, yeah.
Okay. So what's one word you could use to describe New Orleans?
Probably, I don't know, maybe cultured.
Okay. Why culture?
Well, again, when you look around most of the United States, it's hard to see identities in cities, and this one certainly really tries to keep things, you know, different and celebrate life, you know, at every turn, whether it's a second line band doing a funeral, you know, and that's unusual here. So yeah.
Okay. So we're celebrating 300 years. What's something that you would tell your great grandchildren about this place that, you know, maybe if they're thinking about visiting or maybe they're thinking about living here? What's something that you would want to tell them? What's a message you might want to leave for them?
I mean, it's a tough place to live.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's worth it. You know, I mean, nothing's easy here, and I knew that coming in. You know, I mean, city politics are terrible. You know, there's not enough money to do things. There's like, can't even drive down the street without like destroying your car. You know, like basic necessities, and like, you know, we're flooding, and like it's tough. But you know, if you're around people that are in love with life and want to celebrate and have a great time, and I'm not talking just partying, but just fried chicken fest, right? I mean, we have hundreds of festivals here a year, just because we want to. You know, we want to like enjoy every moment. You know, it's hard not to go out every day and do something in the city. And that's a city I want to live in. So.
Sounds good. Anything that I didn't ask? Any anecdotes that you might want to add in?
No, I mean, I look forward to it. I mean, it's awesome to be here, 300 year, you know, and I hope we continue to do great things, and I hope we move in the right direction, for sure.
Okay. You want to tell everybody, but that is your house?
Oh yeah. So the facade of this time capsule is my house. It's an unusual 5-bay cottage on Ursuline, historic street in the city, and yeah, really cool house. Honored that you guys chose it to, you know, outfit the bus.